Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Gamion. I will be your game developer for the stream. My cat Maggie Kitty is off sleeping in the living room, and she may not be on for a while, but we're keeping the nest open for her in case she likes to show up. I'm working on an online multiplayer soccer brawler called Field of Heroes that I hope to release early next year. And I've been working on it for about 3.5 years of my free time, and I go use an art studio to help me do the art. They've done all this incredible work here. And today on this show, we're working on something special. We had a play test this past weekend, and we had a fair bit of feedback. I'd say it was overall mixed, leaning positive, which is okay for a first play test. So we're going to dive into that a little bit, see what people thought. I'm going to make bugs and track them. So we're going to figure out how to deal with those. And then after that, might jump into some of the bugs and some bug fixing. So with that, let me go ahead and playtest feedback. There we go. Alrighty. So we got that. And before I dive into all that, I want to do something else first real quick, looking at my existing list of tasks. I want to add another one for... let's see, existing bug for, actually a task for accurately show server pings in match listings and player pings in game. So we haven't actually gotten that working yet, but we will. That's a pretty high priority right now. In fact, that may be borderline highest, but definitely high. Alright, and I already compiled some of the play testing over the weekend, but not all of it. In fact, I only got to about maybe 40% of it. So I still got to do the rest of it here. I just want to take a quick look at some of the bugs I already did enter and see if I can figure out what's going on. Oh, got to sign in the sentry. Uno momento. I just hope they won't ask me to verify my email because I don't have that set up in this login. Alright. And here we go, back to the bug. Let's move this back here. And this back here. Let's have a quick look at this bug here. Is knocked down. Okay. So that means... So how could this happen? Okay, so that's local player. So process player input, I think this is the client. The client is trying to use an ability when they are knocked down. Actually, this probably might be a simple fix. Oh, okay, so they're trying to shoot while they were knocked down. So what probably happened was they got knocked down right when they were starting to shoot. Hey, Graham, what's happening? It's gonna have a pretty exciting stream here. I'm gonna share a bunch of playtest feedback, but I was looking at one of the bugs that came in through Sentry first. And in fact, for those who don't know, Sentry is what I use to track crashes and other failures in the game, so players don't have to report them or send me emails, things like that. A lot of these are automatic. Graham, I just woke up and need caffeine. Well, go ahead and grab some. I'm not going to go through the feedback just yet. Just looking at this bug here. I did see your error tracking. It does look cool. Yep, Sentry, this is the free version. Well, I'm on the free subscription at the moment. I think they have some lots of cool features for pay. I just haven't needed them yet. So, if I need them, I'll look into the pricing and see what makes sense. So this is the one I was looking at right now. What I think happened is I think a player had just gotten knocked down and tried to, let's see, can use, wait a minute. Oh, something just hit me here. What is the parent class? Gameplay ability, can use ability. Graham, do you use automation testing or is it purely player prompted bug tracking? So the error reports are automatic. It's seamless to the players. They don't even know, they probably don't even know it's being reported. And I think it happens before they close the app, so which is nice. As far as player prompted bug tracking, at the moment I do not have a bug submission integration in the front end. I might. At the moment I was thinking of just using the Steam community for the moment, but yeah, for more formal bug tracking I can definitely look into that. So make a note of that. So we'll say investigate a feature for bug reporting. So I guess I have to check two places for bug reports. But well, could make sense. I'll think on it. Alright, so it's reporting logging that you specifically coded. Yes, what I do is when I created a package build, I uploaded the debug symbolic information to Sentry. Sentry then keeps it in its back pocket until someone fires an assertion or a crash. An assertion is like a crash, and sometimes it is a crash, but whenever anything suspicious that should never happen at game time happens, Sentry will send that information to its servers. It will take, along with the call stack and other special info, then Sentry will symbolize the call stack info, capture the log as well. I should have a log in this somewhere too. And then, tell me what the insurer or the error was, and give me the call stack. Yeah. So yeah, it's really, really convenient. So yeah, this is one of those things. I'm going to absolutely need to have this in not only in development builds but shipping builds too. So I got to do a lot of testing to make sure this all works in shipping builds. So what I think here the problem is, let me look at the can activate ability function here. Graham, oh that's cool. It can reconstruct it from symbols because the packaged error logs are terrible. Well, it actually sends the log with the report, and on top of that, I don't think Unreal generates logs in packaged builds. Here we go. Which is something I need to look into, because I will not release this game without logging. Period. So yeah, here's like the log. This is like when it starts up. And I think it goes all the way to the error. Yeah, here we go. See, they don't know what the call stack is, but I do. Yeah, stuck and failed to move. This other stuff going on. That's kind of a minor issue at best. Reassign. What is that? No idea what that's about. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. This is actually something I could not repro. I wanted to figure out what's causing this. Yeah, caught up. I wonder how much latency he had in this. I want to log that too. I should log latency. I'm going to make a note about that one. I like that idea. Maybe every 30 seconds. Log latency to server every 30 seconds. That could be super helpful, now that I think about it. Okay, so I think can activate ability. Ball possession status. Okay, so I know what I need to do here. That insurer this line goes with projectiles but melee ability. I need to test for knockdowns in production builds and debug builds. And if you're knocked down, then... Because what happens is when you get knocked down, it adds gameplay tags to your hero. These gameplay tags prevent you from using abilities. However, if you get knocked down, if you get the message you are knocked down before you get your gameplay tags, then this can happen, is my theory. So, we're going to need to harden these up a little bit. Not just projectiles, but also... let's see, what else? Ooh, other gameplay abilities, maybe. This might actually be a bigger bug than I think. Let's look at melee. Ability. Yeah. Can't activate ability. Okay. So that already checks for it. But what other abilities? You know what I should do is have a... What kind of abilities should process when you're knocked down? Not a lot. This is really... Gameplay abilities are really intended for players doing things and not so much passive abilities and other things. Let me see what... Kicking, knockdowns... Getting knocked down, well, that wouldn't count. That's actually what gets you in a knockdown state in the first place. Charging forward, fall through playfield. So I gotta... Yeah, perform while input held. What kind of flags we got here? Yeah, I'm gonna need a new flag. Yeah, let me get a note of that. Let's see. I'll look at these other errors in a second, too. And a knockback test flag to gameplay ability, defaulting to true, and off for select abilities. Certain abilities. Alright, that looks good. Alright, and just want to check one quick thing. Okay, and this one. This one also interests me. I wish there was a dark theme on this. wonder if is there a setting for that? Oh, perfect. Much better. Alright, back to the issues. Oh, I can read again. Alright, what's this? Open Game Reservation Subsystem 511. Okay. Fulfill reservation. So, my game has what is called a reservation system, where when you want to join a server, these are player hosted, by the way. When you want to join a server, you connect to the server, but you don't join the game. You just make a simple network connection to the server, and you say, "Hey, server, I want to join your game. Do you have room for me? And if so, reserve me a slot." And then the server will look at it, will look at your request, and look to see if you are a banned player. Well, it doesn't do that yet, but But it'll look to see if there's enough room on the team, on either team for you. And then it will send you a message back saying, yeah, I got space. I got your UID reserved. Go ahead and connect to the game. Or it'll say, nope, we don't have any space here due to balancing issues or whatever. So that's what Fulfill Reservation on Host is about. This is when this is called on the server when a client wants to join the game. So we first see if they're already. Wait a minute. Oh, this is called when they actually join the game. This actually fulfills the reservation that was made earlier. Let me look at that assertion again. This is the part where the player connects to the server to play, and the server's like, all right, before I let you in, let me take a quick look at your reservation. Open team slots or reservation ID. Okay, so the player was reserved a slot for a team, but the slot was taken before they arrived. We must kick the player due to lack of space. Okay. So yeah, what happened was a player reserved a spot, and then they joined the game, and the game says, "Sorry, we don't have any open slots for you." Now, how does that happen? Because the whole reservation system is designed to not do that. Or supposed to. It's the equivalent of renting a car, and then you get to the dealership and says, "Oh, sorry, we got no cars available." That's in their case, they're overbooking, but in this case, we are not overbooking anything. So why this is happening is a mystery. So how could a slot have been occupied? I think that needs more error information. Yeah, I wish I knew the composition of the slots. And then that would tell me, and the history of what was reserved. I wonder... Wait, this is the server, so maybe this will tell me. Let me look at their log. Alright, let's look for the assertion. Alright. And I have detailed reservation logging, so... Oh, that's interesting. Login request. Join request. I thought I had more logging around this. I don't think I do. Oh, really? No? Okay, here we go. I wonder if this is the request. Player ID, that. Success. Okay, reservation request complete. Maybe this is the one. Yeah, that number matches. Yeah, that's the one. What is this Niagara stuff? I need to fix that too. Okay, there he is. And then he's connecting. Oh, great. It gives me hexadecimal notation. Ugh, fine. Oh, it doesn't even tell me that it... Huh. Alright, so we need more logging for starters. Open team slots. Yeah, so in short, I'm going to have to add more logging to this. So that is an action task on me. I'm going to say... Oh, I should attach the log to... No, I don't need to. The player indeed had an approved reservation, they just failed, booted when they tried join the game because no slots were available. Can't figure out why so far. Need to add more detailed logging to the reservation process. And it will probably happen again. So, let's go ahead and dismiss that one. What was the next assertion here? Get possessed ball. Select a brawler possessor component cannot kick the ball from your authoritative instance because it does not possess the ball. So this can happen if the server, let's see, authority kick ball. So the player wanted to kick the ball, but by the time that message got to the server, they did not possess it. So if you have a high latency, by the way, there were a lot of high latency games, and I think that really skewed the test results. But we'll get into that later. But in a high latency scenario, this can probably happen, where on the server you lost the ball because you got knocked down or something, and then by the time you thought you kicked it, you were in-capped or you lost it or whatnot on the client side. So I guess this is a possible thing. Hey, Just Cavino, we're about to get meat and potatoes here. I was just going through my Sentry insurers, and I have to admit, for a playtest with I think 9 people, maybe 10, getting only 4 of them was actually pretty darn good, all considered, especially given the high latency of the game. So I went through these 2 already. I'm just looking at this one. This one is probably understandable. Sequence is I'm the player, I'm the client, I'm connected to a server. I tell the server I want to kick the ball. I got the ball. I tell the server I want to kick the ball, but then it takes 100 milliseconds for that message to get to the server. Well, during that 100 millisecond time frame, the server thinks I lost the ball, or I never had it in the first place, and because maybe I got in-capped, maybe something else happened. But in any event, the server saw that I tried to kick the ball when I didn't have it, so it raised this insurer here. And this is something I think I need to plan for happening in actual functional games, and not like a special one-off or anything. I think this can be common for very laggy games. So that one I'll deal with special a little bit later. So, and then the last one looks like a crash, fatal error. But I have a call stack, which is great. RPC add not back. Oh, speed curve was null. So why was that null? That's a curious one, because speed curves, all these curves are like data objects, assets. Everyone, the clients and the server, should all have these speed curves. I don't know why this didn't replicate over. I'll have to look into that a little bit later. So this probably didn't crash their game. Well, maybe it did. I don't know if checks will crash games. I think they will, actually. So that's what we got for here. But now to the really fun part. And the reason we have all these is what happens is when I package the game, there is a Sentry option. Let's go to Sentry. And it automatically uploads debug symbols. So when I package the game for play time on Steam, it will upload the debug symbolic information to Sentry. And then when someone gets one of these errors, it will send it, I think, immediately to Sentry servers, and then Sentry will file it. It will symbolize the call stack so I know what's going on. And then I get an email and I look into it. So here's my cool call stack that makes it so much easier to look into. There's where error happened, and the log too. It gives me the log, which is great, so I can figure out what happened up to that point. So yeah, this is great stuff, and this is for free right now. I'm not using any of their cool features yet, but I might in the future if I need to. So we're going to go over now. This is the exciting part. Going over the feedback. Let's hide that. Hide this. Oh, and this, by the way, is some modeling or some posing I made for my artists. They're going to make a new front-end background. What they're going to do is take each of these heroes here. I sent them individually, and they're going to stylize them like they did the Steam banners. They're going to take the background and then they're going to blur it a bit, and then they're going to do the menu on the left side, and then send me the elements of the menu, and then we're going to have ourselves a brand new front end. It'll be the final version. What we have right now is a placeholder. So hide that. And now, on to the feedback. The website is gametester.gg. They are a paid test site. You pay for tests, and your testers get loot and boons and other great things in exchange for constructive, thorough feedback. And not only that, but these also provide publishers with visibility to your test results. So if you're making a game, and it'll actually tell all the publishers who are signed up on this site that your game exists, and if they are impressed with your test results, then they might reach out to you. So it's also a networking tool. But the idea is, as a developer, you pay, and the more you pay, the better, more thorough tests you'll get, the more testers you get. And so I commissioned a 10-player playtest. 9 of them sent me feedback. I don't know what happened to the last one. So this is starting with an AI-generated summary. Let me hide the kitty cam because my cat's not in here right now. Oh, there we go. Alright, most of it's readable now. So, summary. Numerous high priority bugs. Wow, they're pretty brutally honest. Weaponless characters. We're going to have to look into that. Oversized spell effects, loading screen errors, HUD issues. Yes, HUD issues interest me because I had complaints of HUDs not showing up at all. Game crashes occur, map transitions, spell usage, and specific actions. Connection and lag issues stemming from network conditions. This is true because they were international testers. They were testing in different countries. They had probably had pings upwards of 250, 300, 400. And I did not plan for that. When I had the option to choose the testers, I did not think about international testers. I just thought they were mostly going to be near each other. But that one didn't happen. But that's a blessing in disguise, I think, because it's going to motivate me to work on latency issues. Black screens, erratic movement, teleportation, again, lag related. Interface issues. Okay, so now finally maybe something positive here. Innovation blend of tactical RPG mechanics and soccer games widely appreciated. Diverse roster of character and balanced abilities. Visually diverse, biome-rich maps enhance gameplay. Although, one of the testers complained about the metagames, that they were too distracting. Audio was great, but could be better. User interface needs more polish. I want to eliminate lag issues before we jump in that. Multiplayer is engaging. We could use voice chat and the ping wheel, which I don't have finished yet. Voice chat, I've been a little resistant on adding in-game communication features for liability reasons. I don't want people emailing me that they got bullied. I know it sounds insensitive, but I just don't have the bandwidth to handle personal issues. So at a minimum, I'm going to provide players with the means to, ban, silence other players, so they don't have to deal with it. and do the best that I can. I just don't have the bandwidth to be the what do you call it at recess? Be the the recess monitor. Customization options were requested to boost engagement. I'm not going to have. So I do want to have voiceovers in it, which I think will help that. I don't have bandwidth for seasonal events though. Yeah, skill adjustments. The short of this was the ranged heroes are more powerful than melee, so I'm going to look into that. Training ground mechanics, biome variety standouts. I don't even actually. The training ground is incredibly unfinished. Soccer mechanics. So one of the testers and tutorials mentioned that they wanted the game to be more like FIFA than a brawler, where it currently is now. So what I might do is play FIFA just to kind of get a feeling on it, and then kind of see and then think about it for a bit. But I'm pretty happy with how it is right now, honestly. And now the ratings, 1 to 10, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 1 4, 2 6s, 7, 2 8s, 3 9s. So not a bad start. High visuals and graphics, like them. I don't know if I have the heart to tell my artist that one. We got one of them loved them. Everyone else was like, eh. Well, I'll have to, maybe when I figure out some of these shader graphical issues, maybe this will be higher. Like that Niagara error I kept seeing in that one log. Audio and music, okay, liked it. What controller method? Mouse and keyboard. Well, I'll tell you though, I am so glad I got controller support in this when I did. How intuitive were the controls? 8? Oh, this is great. Look at the engagement. 4. All 9 players thought it was at least partly engaging. That's good. Recommend this game to a friend? Nope. 3. But 6, yes. Yes, most of the time we got in a match. Okay, so we got 3 maybes, 6 yeses for buying it. Wow. Which is not bad given some of the ratings up here. Did you come across any bugs? Yeah, of course you did. This is the first playtest. So I already went through... Oh, I didn't go through all responses on these yet. Okay, so I went through the first 4 responses, but not the other 5. 3 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Alright. Okay. So this is the part where I'm going to read the feedback and try to quickly add them to my bug list. And I know it's going to be a lot of typing and repeating what's on my screen at the moment, but for those of you who have never used a testing service, I certainly have not used one like this before. It's something to think about. But this test ran me after the initial credit for signing up. This test ran me about $70. So think about that, and maybe think about other ways that you can do your testing. So something that's just food for thought. So let's see. Slog Bog, crossing the river, and the game closed. No crash. Okay, so he sent me the crash log. Oh, good. He sent me logs. So crash in Slog Bog. So let's create that bug. Let's bag all these files. Very nice of them to send it. And then I will attach these logs. Let's see, to my task. And this is going to be tagged. Where are my tags? Here we go. Game test GG. Full description here. Okay. And then I'll do this for the others. Let's see, what's this one? During the testing phase. You know, I might just... I'm just gonna make a new bug and just copy everything. I hope they don't mind. General bugs. Let's say general playtest bugs. And we'll give that game tester GG. I appreciate them putting their own priorities on the bugs. And I think, did you download videos? Here we go. Boy, this is going to keep me busy for like a bunch of streams, just fixing these bugs. And then attach that. And I think we're good here. So that's this bug. Well, I should say multiple in one. Priority is maximum. 4 other players and no bots. Okay. I'll just make another bug for this. It's just easier if I... Whoa. More here. See, look at the quality of this feedback. Look at how thorough it is. This is good stuff. This is what I was hoping for. And let's download all this stuff. Wait, is this... They could have made this window bigger. Oh, missing scoreboard. How do I download this straight up? What the heck? Player name very long text. Oops. How did that happen? Oh yeah, hey, I thought I saved those. Oh, there we go. They were still downloading. Okay. And the video. And let's go ahead and attach all these files to the description. And I think the video's... Okay, we got it. Oh, also a side note, for those of you who get to this point in your game where you do your first widespread playtest, whether it be a demo on Steam or a coordinated playtest or something else, it can be understandably frustrating to see the a lot of negative feedback. But if you do, then just keep a few things in mind. One, that it maybe if it's your first playtest, keep that in mind. It's your first playtest. A developer can oftentimes be their worst tester. So there's that. Secondly, there are people who may not be as excited about your game as you are. And that's just the fact of life. You can't force them. It's just how it is. But also, they are helping you. I know you can take it to the gut, but they are trying to help you. And that's something to keep that in mind. They don't know who you are. They never met you before. But don't really take it personally. If you want to be frustrated that you let all these bugs escape, that's okay. But you gotta keep a positive attitude on this, because you're gonna have to fight through adversity in polishing and perfecting your game. Okay, and I think got that. Okay, all the ones here and below I've already tracked, because I didn't know that they were still submitting on through Sunday. So I've already tracked all that. Now let's get out of here. This is pretty cool. And now, oops, didn't mean to do that. So here's what I got so far. So with all these new issues that came up, each of these are all new, starting from here. Wait, no, actually starting this one, I think. Yeah, this one. So what I'm going to do is, once I'm done entering all these bugs, then I'm going to start organizing them and kind of make a plan for how to attack. Alright, so next is the feedback on what people did like. The game's very fun in the funny way. Many moments made me laugh. I'm sure playing some battle game or a soccer game. Scored by mistake in my own net. Made him laugh. You can create an offline game with other players. This was good practice and attack. Okay. Well, we have a practice field in development, so this is going to get better. Okay, epic style, distinctive and personal. Five-minute games feel a competitive curve. Yeah, I haven't read these before. This is the first time reading this. Yeah. In fact, each character has unique skills, gives them unique capabilities, bolstering skills. Yep. Frankness, variety, good. Quality of the AI that controls characters is very appreciated. Interesting reactive maneuvers. Yeah, goalkeeper need work. Goalkeeper really needs some work. I can score a goal almost every time by shooting the ball near the corner of the goal where they're not. Almost every time I can score a goal like that. I love the fast pace while chasing the ball on other players. You can still do damage to the team and have fun. Side tackling the ankles is frowned upon, but here we can shoot them in the face. I also like the vast amount of character choices, all with different abilities. Oh, they like Tone Day. Wow. Tone Day was one of my least favorites. Music was great. Okay, like each other was different. Obstacles. Design originality really stood out. They all believe they belong in the same world and environment. Wide variety. Unique arenas and scenarios. Oh, Icy Arena would be a fantastic addition. Actually, I was going to make a design for a snow level. That was actually my artist's idea. And I think I'm definitely going to commit to it. Fluid and smoothness of character movement. Humorous details. Crowd. Oh, we gotta improve the crowd reactions. That's been off my radar for some time. But I want the crowd to be more engaged. And I think with the Twitch integration, we're going to have that. Even more so. Because if there's one thing I don't like is, well, you can really improve on a game where you have a crowd in the back and they cheer when you score and that's it. We can be so much better than that. So, yeah, amusing designs, life humor dynamics, distinct classes, thoughtful design, good mechanics, unique mobility. Alright, give me a lot of old school Warcraft 3 BattleNet vibes. That's cool. Have to correlate. I'm not much for sports games. I can appreciate the spin on with this. I like that. This really is a game. Really, the point is to have fun. And it is structured, but it's also at the same time more casual. and you just go out and have fun. Shoot up the enemies, get the ball, kick it, have fun. This would be good enough if there are some stripes, but the variety of maps was a pleasant surprise. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking of settling with 8 maps because my original goal was 12, but the budget for the art is kind of getting big. So I was thinking about dialing it back to the 8 that we have, but I really want to have 10 because I committed to 10 in the trailer for starters. But I may have to push back the early access date a bit if I want to get all 10 of them all polished good enough. Skeletal minions. Yeah, that's in the dungeon map. And attack the enemy. Some fun and interesting layouts. Yep. Wait till they get to the new Cutthroat Coliseum. I have not implemented the metagame for that yet. You're going to collect coins around the field, and if you get enough, then you'll hire mercenaries to help fight for your team. I can't wait to get that in. Chaotic fun. I think I read the rest of these already. This looks familiar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This one is the one that, let's see, gameplay. I saw some gameplay in the games released on console. Wasn't European football. Yeah, range champions I felt overpowered. Yeah, range is overpowered. Yep, good nostalgia. Yeah, I read these already. One of them, maybe it was in another section, mentioned again. They wanted the game to be a little more like FIFA controls, and we'll get to that. What did you like the least? Now I like this because they're being honest, and it's not necessarily a bug, but this is like gold mine for ways to improve the game if the feedback fits your creative vision for the game. Alright, when you control the ball, you can't use any of your abilities. I wish you could use at least one of those abilities or switch. I am still of the thought that I don't want people to use abilities because that make them overpowered. When you have the ball, I want you to need your team to be with you, and they will use their abilities to protect you. You can respond to the same location when you're knocked out. Okay, this one I get. They stay on for a couple seconds and then makes it hard to defend. So I do want being incapped to not punish, but to punish players for not being more careful, or for having an opportunity cost to defend to meet an objective. That said, I am thinking about having a 1 or 2 second invulnerability after you get up, so that way you don't keep getting knocked back down. So again, a distant thought. Yeah, curly bugs, extraordinary fusion, fun and competitive game. Wow, that's kind of surprising. I don't normally see a lot of positives in the negative column. Latunia was probably okay. So let's look at this one. Is new to me. I'm going to enter a task for reviewing Latunia's gameplay balance. I'm glad they're singling out heroes. You know what? I actually like Latunia. I thought the staff for fighting was really good. I really had a lot of fun with that. But I will take their feedback and advisement. I also forgot it was meshing bedding that was an RB to fire. Okay, so not seeing the button commands, that is a bug. You should always be able to see the bindings on the screen. And I don't know why, but the UI disappeared for players. And I gotta figure out why fast. I find playing the field quite cluttered, number of elements present. Numerous static elements like tree branches and rocks. I believe it should occupy the field itself. I think they're more freedom of movement. Okay, so let's put that one, freedom of movement, under a maybe section. I'll make it a task, And we'll call it Review Player Freedom of Movement. And I will put this in the feedback. Okay. Some skills seem excessive. Yeah, the crossbow, I know what he's talking about. I'm going to put a task in to revisit the review gameplay balance of Dodger turret, spear turret. Description. Game tester GG. There's an overwhelming number of skills available. With so much happening, it's challenging to control the ball for more than a few seconds, making team play more difficult. I wonder if they'd still feel that way if I had voice chat and a ping wheel. While I appreciate current movement, be more focused on these aspects of teamwork rather than on skills. Okay. Not saying you should eliminate skills, but you tone down to be function as more as buffs. Okay. Let's I'll make another task for that. Review general skill damage effectiveness. Because I could dial down the damage a bit. I think the range characters should be shortened. Oh, this I already have a task for this. Where's my balancing range characters item? Where was that? I know I had a task for this. Gameplay balance. I don't think that was it. Crash, networking. That's it. If I mention the green area with rivers. Okay. Alright. Slogbog. Consider removing the rivers. Actually, to be honest, I was a little annoyed by it. Actually, my artist said that they intended for players to be slower, so I'm going to consider removing speed debuffs from Slogbog. Honestly, I kind of liked it better without the slowness myself. Okay. So quickly get down in this. Feel like things happen too quickly. Too little counterplay opportunities and some of the abilities. Instant kill attacks. Okay, this I'm gonna pull in with the other feedback about abilities. Yeah, skill effectiveness. See, I did very much not like being moved based on the direction my character is facing. The facing spam my mouse cursor. Try to grab it. Circling at one point, losing because I was able to straight line to it. I seemed to hit I thought I was aiming at. Last few offline matches I didn't like movement being based on the direction my character is facing. And that facing being dependent on my mouse cursor. Well, no, the movement is not based on where your character is facing. It's if I go to the danger room here. Unless he's referring to the mouse, to the gamepad. Oh wait, I want to do the empty one, not the full one. Now I have all the now I gotta wait for all the heroes to load. So yeah, here, again, I'm facing this way, but look, I can still move WSAD. WSWAD. So, I don't know, maybe you just need to get used to it, but, I mean, everyone else seems pretty happy about it. Not entirely sure I want knockdowns to be tweaked just a little. Yeah, when I was short time. I think down something barely after I get up again. And chosen is also a factor, of course. More teamwork. Yeah, we need in-voice chat. Very much a team game, so yeah, I guess I don't really see a way. The more that I think about it, I think I'm going to have to need in-game voice. Do I have a task for that? Yes. I think I actually added it from, yeah. Oh yeah, and I've already read this too. So it looks like I've gotten through these. And that was final thoughts and feedback. There's a couple of these I hadn't read yet. And then that will be it for the reviews. Gameplay well, no performance issues. Well, I hadn't done the optimization pass yet, but this should be displayed. Oh, no noticeable performance. Okay. Wait for next round. String concept. You should need to wait until some team scores. There's no goal until overtime. Oh. That's not right. It should... I think he's supposed to join the game when the next goal is scored. Players sometimes not joining match after a goal is scored. I'll say late joiners. That's what they call it, is late joiners. So let me log this and capture their screenshots. Oh boy. You know what? I'm just going to make another general feedback. And this is a task. Well, actually, there's a bug element in it, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Let's grab all these. Attach them to the bug. Exciting, very satisfying. Various biomes. Health audio component. Huh. Good, good. Very well-structured interface. I have these bugs, yeah. First-time user experience. The game's a very high, perfectly combined the classic tactical RPG combat style of games such as Spellforce, Warcraft, and others. Very fast progression curve, short but intense matches. That's what I aim for. Yeah, this is a pick-up-and-play game. And I just want to minimize the learning curve, but provide training fields too. Because some players may be bean counters, the kind who write up tutorials, who write, here are the players, here are the best players and why. They do the math that even I may not be doing, and I want to make sure that they have the tools they need to do their thing. All right. Very fast progression curve, short intense matches. Wow. Man, they really wrote a lot of stuff here. Okay, I might go back to that another time, but it'll be a fun game to play. Let's see, what's this? Oh. UI. Man, what is that? Oh, PC performance. Now let's have a look at that video real quick, like. While we're waiting, let's have a training field. 3 matches, we can see the ball. We need to, let's revisit ball visibility. I know I have a task for that. make the ball more trackable on and off screen and stationary. And I'm gonna, let's see, from playtest. Let's see. Ball cam, we're gonna press button active. Oh, a button that always points to the ball. That does sound interesting. That's a good idea. Menu design could be improved. This design is too simple, lacks visual appeal. Okay. Character animation can use refinement. Since ball kicked is quite excessive. Yeah, I think Rocket League does the button the ball thing too. I'm going to have to play with that. Alright, let's look at... I'm going to make a test to visit ball distance. Ball kick power. So we'll have a look at that. Yeah, I mean, he's got a point. I mean, it does kick pretty far, now that I think about it. Actually, this is the most powerful kicker in the game. Let's see what he does. Yeah, it's pretty far. Oh yeah, so that video just finished downloading. PC performance while playing. I think it... Let's see. So, CPU... Yeah, I haven't done an optimization pass yet. It's quite a lot. I need to look into that. But I already have an optimization task for that, so don't need to... I don't think I need that video, actually. Okay. Alright, what else? Switching heroes. Yeah. I think I already... This looks familiar. I think I already caught this. 1, 2, 3, 4... No. Did I? These look so familiar, though. I'm just going to take a quick check. Let's see, which one of these did I maybe put it under? There are 3 videos. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. Huh. I don't think I attached them. Well, better safe than sorry. Wait a minute. I want to search sore spots. Did I put that in the... I know I copied the comment. No? I guess it doesn't search comments. Darn. Okay. Let's treat it as a new one. Oops. Nope. There we go. I was going to finish downloading these. Alright, we'll wait for that download to finish. But I know I read the rest of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So now we've almost got all of our feedback. Yeah, look at... Oh, Japan. Ooh. Yeah, look at all these countries that are so far away from each other. Wait, we had one tester in every country. Oh, wow. No wonder I was having so much lag. Oh, man. So, well, there you go. Virtual reality? I didn't do that. Oh, those are their genres. Okay. Windows 10, 11, PC. So these are kind of demographics. Competitive. Okay. Oh, we had a as far as gaming, this is a nice age. Okay, so, and I gotta wait for this to finish. So, the question is, what do I do with all this feedback? Because I got all these tasks. I mean, I can go through them one by one, and I will need to for the ones where I pile the bugs together into single tasks. I'm going to need to do that offline. So, I guess, what do I do between now and the next playtest? I'm going to have to go through each of the items, prioritize them, and then work on the high priority ones first. And I also need to start thinking about how to organize my items. Right now, it's just one big list. There's no board that, and there's a couple of epics, but there aren't any epics that encapsulate these tasks. So I'm thinking a couple things. One, I'm going to need to make some new epics that encapsulate the scopes of some of these bugs, and also think about when I'm going to have my next play test and what needs to be fixed before then. So that will come with the prioritizing. So there's that. And I also want to think about quality bars. Now, I've worked on different projects, both myself and commercially, and there's kind of different ways of managing projects. But what I'd like to do, since I'm not beholden to a hard deadline for releasing the game, is maybe organize tasks rather than by like dates, like every 3 months, every 2 months, or so on. I'm thinking about organizing them by quality bars. Like right now we have the average rating. So let's see, we got we got a 6, 7, 8, and 9. I could say that I want to aim for a bar where the average overall experience is at least a 7 out of 10, factoring in all the taking the average of all the submissions, and then I'll do a play test with all my bug fixes, see if I've reached that bar. If I did, then I'll set a new bar for 8.0 or better, and then fix what came from that play test, and then do another play test, and then see if I get to that 8.0 bar or not, and then do it up until 9.0. Just again, I'm just thinking out loud here. Once the average rating is a 9, and that's going to be a real uphill task. Maybe it's too high, but when I get to a high number, then I should say, all right, we're at the number. I have all the features I need, including the making the mods, workshop integration, Twitch integration, and so on. Now I'm ready for early access. Or now I'm ready to do a general playtest on Steam. So now the thing is, if I wait until the game is a 9 out of 10 to do the playtest on Steam, I could easily get dragged back into 7 or 8 territory with all the overwhelming feedback from all the players on Steam. So I got to think about that too, because I could do a lot of polish work, and then for maybe a total of 50, 60, 100 people on the playtests. But if I have the Steam playtest, maybe get 1,000 people, and maybe get another 100 feedback from them. So I don't want to be like super awesome ready before the Steam playtest, but I certainly need to be more ready than I am now. And I like the idea of having quality bars rather than time deadlines to progress through. Man, I'm gonna talk myself out of the stream in an hour. Ugh. Okay, how those downloads? Nope, so I got 2 more to go. 19 minutes? Oof. Well, let's see if it can let me attach a 1 gigabyte attachment. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Nope. Alright, I'll have to keep these in my back pocket then. See attachments in there. Actually, you know what? I think I already downloaded these. Now I remember. Let me check something here. Yeah, here they are. These 3. Now I remember. So I must have already made but I can't find the item for them. Let me cancel those downloads. I'll say see attachments in here. There. Okay, so we got our bugs logged. And another thing, I've been on the game, I'm working on the game in my free time for about 3.5 years. You don't usually want to wait this long to get this kind of feedback. So, pro tip. That said, you know how the saying goes, when you have lemons, make lemonade. So I think what I got was feedback from a version of the game that is a lot more closer to my vision for it than, say, having a 2-field, 5-hero, game. So there's good and bad, but you really want to get testing early on. So we put in, let's see, Goalkeeper AI. So let's see, game crash, network lag issues. Yeah, some 385 all the way to 420. These are all the items I entered from the playtest. And again, for those of you who've never heard of it, this is gametester.gg. It is a for-pay testing portal. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Gonna probably do more tests with it. And it's just cool stuff all around. So, I think we're done with these 2 for the moment. Although I do want to fix that with this one of the bugs that I logged. But before I do, my artist sent me updated fields that I need to look at. Starting with, and they sent them this morning. I think it's this one. Okay, so they put dirt on the stones. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, so I told the artist that the stones were too neatly arranged. Well, they're too neatly existing. Let me show you how it looked before. Oh, he already changed the live one too. Got a little some cutting here. I need to fix that. It's cutting under the field a bit. Let's raise that just a hair. Okay, that's better. Oh. What happened here? Oh, that's he must want me to use the old field. His field. Move that to -10. Okay. Looks good on his. But if I look at mine again, yeah, mine is kind of messed up. So anyway, got the dirt on the rocks. Looks a little not right. So if I'm far away, it looks okay. It's not blending. It's pretty clear. Like, you can see the texture so much. I'm going to ask them offline if there's anything they can do to clean that up a bit. The other thing is the new high bridge field. Shiny. This needs a little cleanup over here. It doesn't look right. It is kind of shiny. Oh, and they still didn't address the transitions over here. Looks like I wanted there to be some dirt, something to kind of be a better barrier. These aren't lined up. These are a bit off the ground, but I can fix that, I think. Yeah, these need to move down a bit. I wonder if I can change the lighting on this. Bridge bricks, bridge top. Yeah, these are really shiny. What's our normal, heavy inclusion, roughness? We can tone the specular down a bit. What happens if I set it to 0? And that goes for all of them. I'm just curious. Maybe not the sides. Field lines are also pretty pretty. That's the problem. They're too clean. Maybe the stones are to a degree. Actually, that's another thing. The stones are kind of realistic. I thought we would move away from that, make it more cartoony almost. I kind of liked let's look at the older bridge. Let's see if I have an older version of this still around. Oh, I don't. Well, I can go with source control and get it, but I think I need to play a match in this and see how much I like it. Oh, he did improve on these though. These odd-shaped cracks. That's a great improvement. Okay. Well, I'll get to them. I'll talk to my artist about those real quick, offline. And let me roll back my change. And I want to fix one of those bugs. And actually, you know what? While I'm here, this is actually acceptable. Kickball. Yeah, it shouldn't be an insured. This should be just a condition that we log. By the way, for those of you programmers who are watching, you'll notice that I called this function within the insurer. This generally makes it harder to debug in the code. And you may want to consider just having it on its own line, like that. It's easier to debug through, and easier, maybe in some cases easier to read. I am going to log this though. Where's my, oops, log, yeah. There. All right, I'm trying to talk a little bit less because I just talked almost nonstop for an hour. So, hope you enjoy the music. I'm going to probably dial back the talking back a little bit. Although I'm going to say one other thing. As far as testing high latency situations, Unreal has my back because Unreal will let you play as a client right here, and it will let you set the latency. Let's see if I'm playing as a client. Yeah, network emulation. Bad. So how do you like that? Okay. Simplify this a bit. But overall, I'm pleased with the playtest results. You know what? I can make it a warning. And for that other bug, I'm going to have a new flag for not being knocked down. Okay, that should be addressed now. This one's about to get resolved. Okay, let's try another ability. Let's try ranged. Okay, I think that works. Okay, that should be resolved. Just knocking them out. Oh, and by the way, I have another playtest on Wednesday, 2 days away. Some of my friends at my full-time job are going to be helping me test, give me their feedback. I'm going to see if I can get these bug fixes into that build, too. Although, the fields did just change. Maybe I'm better off not touching it. Okay, so let's hide. There. Okay, other... This is knockback one. Love this sentry bug reporting. Speed curve. So why is that ever... When would that ever be null? Maybe the call stack will give me a hint. No. Which hero were they? That's what I want to know. Let's have a look. Oh, I did crash the game. Ooh. Hey, Danic Dev, welcome. And welcome to my stream, and hope you get nice and cozy. Yes, Oculus's Discord is a great place. And is he streaming tonight? Now I'm curious. Nope. So, which hero were they playing that made this happen? He streamed for 2 weeks or so, I think. I should recommend the Game Tester GG to him. I think he might like it. I'll do that next time he's streaming or on Discord. I don't know what hero they were. Okay, maybe I can figure it out anyway. Let me see if I can repro this without a curve. Let's do Horus. Yeah, this is the online multiplayer soccer brawler I've been talking about on the Discord. Just had a play test this past weekend, and I went through all the results on it. It's earlier in my stream, which you can see once the stream's over. And now I'm just kind of going through some of the bugs that were reported. Whoa, whoa, what was that? Wait, my staying alone. So it's not this function. What if it was the Beastmaster? Oh, I don't want pounce. I want knock back, charge forward. Handle knockback hit. Wait, what is this called? Maybe I'm using the wrong charge forward ability. Okay, I'm thinking something else. Maybe Dodger was tackle. Oh, when will they ever learn? And Braxton Wise, what's up? Oh, where are my manners? I haven't been doing shout-outs. I gotta do some shout-outs here to some of these other talented game developers and artists who have graced our channel with their presence. So I owe Just Cavino a shout-out. But in this stream, we were out at the red carpet. We show a clip as soon as I quickly.
This is the thing that holds the phone. This is my mom's old phone that works better. But it might be too big to fit in this thing. Although the thing is stretchy. Oh no, I can make it work. Just really have to shove it in there. It's really stretching it out, but that could work. That could work. That's what she said. Who? Camino does so many push-ups. I think he can handle himself. That's true. That's true. We talked about it yesterday, remember? Yesterday, I'm always ready. I'm always prepared. If a ninja comes up behind me, ninja gone. Just like that. Just like that.
So it's good to have him here. And also we have Braxton Wise making some great art. Lots of frog-related art. Very chill stream. I recommend it. And Brawler. Wait, I hear him, but I don't... Oh, there we go. Yep. Well, the streamers aren't always 100% of the time doing what they normally do, but that was fun. And my clips are like over 2 years old. My clips hardly even relevant anymore. So, yeah, that's so. If I missed anyone, go ahead and say hello in chat. And I don't know. Let's see who else is on the stream. Oh, well, if anyone else wants to shout out, then go ahead and make yourself known. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out which of these heroes would be missing a speed curve. Let's look at this one. Yeah, there's a speed curve there. Speed curve there. No knockback here, so no speed curve applies. Same here. Huh. So what else could it be? Yeah, I don't get it. So looking at the insurer, this should never be happening unless it wasn't replicated. You know, I think if it happens, instead of crashing the game, I think I'm just going to do a warning, because there's no reason for it to crash. RBC had knockback. Knockbacks are just kind of the character moving their head back a bit. It's not really even a critical feature, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not knocking. I'm thinking hit reacts. No, knockback is when you get pushed back a little bit. I think this needs more investigating, but it shouldn't crash. I also want to know, let's see, which ability prompted that? Like, I want to tag it or something. Let's see. Yeah, I want to have a name to this. Actually, so yeah, I'm going to keep it as reliable, but I'm going to add a name parameter as well. So we're going to need some logging here. You know, let's warn here too. I wonder if I have a knockback log category. Oh, I don't. That's it. Braxton White, so how's the playtest been going? Well, in a word, good. So, game tester. Had my first round over the weekend. 9 testers actually responded. and they gave me a summary, AI summary. So yeah, they're as expected with the first playtest. There are bugs, lots of bugs. But also, one thing I didn't plan for was that all the players were going to be across the world, causing lag problems, and I think a general struggle to have a good, smooth game. As you can see here. What I should have done was narrow the test to maybe one country. But hey, I guess on the other hand, this tells me there's international interest for it. But yeah, the next test, I'm going to probably narrow the countries down quite a bit. Maybe just a test in the US or the UK. I guess the UK actually. Or whatever country, maybe Mexico would have the most interest in this game. So, yeah. So anyway, short of it, yeah, I entered a bunch of bugs. Just lots of bugs here I entered. Not getting all of these and more. Down to about 385. Yeah, Braxton-wise, this does give you a cross-section of what your needs would be if you wanted to expand. Yes. Gus Cavino, thanks for the shout-out. You're welcome. And looking forward to tomorrow's stream. I'll be in and out. And again, if you need any assistance with your videos, making your YouTube videos, let me know. Denick, are you planning to have bots in the final game? Yes, they are for backfill. They're intended for backfill and for practice. That's really what their purpose is. But yeah, I mean, so overall experience, it's kind of across the board right now, and I think partly because of the lag. I think the lag probably killed a lot of the experience, but now that I know, I'll be more prepared for next time, and with all these bug fixes I plan on making, I think we're going to be a better experience without deviating from the creative vision that I'm aiming for. So we're looking at maybe slightly shorter ball kicks, slightly less damaging abilities, maybe invincibility after knockdown for a second, things like that. Maybe in-game voice chat, if depending on how hard it is. In fact, I want to look at that after I'm finished with this bug. But yeah, all in all, it's good. And yeah, seeing things like numerous high-priority bugs, HUD issues, urgent fixes, it can be disheartening. But remember, this is the first test, and to a broad audience. So you gotta really take the good with the bad in that. And but yeah, what really is driving me now is the fact that a lot of the players know what I'm trying to do. They know exactly what the objective of the game is, and they like it. They like the action. They like the fun, and it's a lot of fun when it works. And I'm gonna run with that as far as I can. And I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, when I'm logging here. So we're going to say, so for non-critical errors, I'm going to log those and see how things play out. I don't think the game should crash because a character could get knocked back a couple feet. But I will log a warning because I do want to look for these. Knockback component on hero. Had no speed curve. Reason. So this logging will help me debug the problem later on. And I would like to collect playtest logs from players so I can find these things. Like one of the logs had a ton of stuff about Niagara particles having issues, and I think that may be affecting their playtest. Alright, so back on. And knockback reason. Also, when you're logging in a network game, you really should note whether it's which instance it's on. Oh, that reminds me. I need a... this. With server code. So with this will compile out all this code if it's not, even you're not the server. which I like. So this will continue. I'm safe. Put a breakpoint here too. And now, reason. And then on the client. Then I want to double check that after knockbacks, I'll make sure that it's okay, it's safe for the speed curve to be null. Oh, it's not. Ooh. Well, we can't, well then, we don't support null speed curves. You know what? Maybe I'll make an ensure instead. Yeah, because the ensures won't crash the game, I don't think. Let me double check. That was a crash. Ensure failed. Oh, it did crash. Oh, wow. I didn't think Ensures crashed. Let me double check that. Ensures should not crash. Oh, unless it, oh, I'm sorry. It only sent the log at its current state. Okay, it doesn't crash. Okay. Yeah, it's 8:30. There's still no Mega Kitty yet. Where's Mega Kitty? She's not on her perch. Well, while I'm waiting for that to build, let's go ahead and... Oh, didn't like that very much. Yeah, I need a parenthesis. Nope. Missing a bracket there. Well, since she doesn't feel like being on the stream yet, let's go ahead and have a picture of her. And also an endorsement. Coke is the official soda of this stream. And is Missy endorsed. Just look how excited she is looking at a bottle of Coke. Alright. Knockback ability. Let's do get name. Okay, so now if this happens again, it's not going to crash the game, but it will trigger an ensure, which is an assert, which is a something that I will find out about, and the player doesn't have to tell me. because I'll know it. And this will help me debug this problem. And then we'll figure out what's going on. And another picture of Missy while we wait for it to compile. Alright, let's try that knockback. Here we go. Reason pounce. Good. Then we get here. Okay, let's do that again. Without breakpoints this time. Okay, good. And then one more. Good. So I think that will fix that crash, but not fix the core problem, which we will be looking out for. But the crash should be fixed. Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that one. I'm going to mark this task closed, but I'll open a new one when this remanifests itself. So now I mentioned exploring in-game voice chats. Better hurry and search for it. Wait a minute. Okay. Could have sworn I had the dark theme on. Oh, there we go. We'll have, let's see, Unreal Engine, voice chat, Steam game. Ooh, didn't expect to find the results so soon. Alright. Let's go ahead and listen together.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video.
Hey guys! I love how these videos start.
The Steam voice chat that you selected on my Discord server. On my Discord server, sometimes I do these polls, so stay tuned. I also want to apologize in advance for the long video release. Before we get started with the video, I'd like to thank my paying Boosty subscriber, Eddie Dover. Thanks for purchasing a big support subscription and donating $50.
Stop it.
Or, to put it simply, positional voice chat. But here there will also be not only positional chat,
Yeah, we're not going to do positional. We're going to do team-wide.
but also radio mode, or as I call it, global mode. So it will be a combined method. We will also fix known problems with voice chat that arise when working with VoIP Talker. Let's go. So the first thing we'll start with is setting up configs and enabling voice chat support. To do this,
I'm not going to do any work now. I just want to see how he does it first and then just make some decisions.
go to the directory where we have the installed engine, go to the config, and copy a couple of lines. Also, don't forget that the finished implementation will be on my GitHub repository. But I want to say that it will be in the 5.5 branch. Perhaps I will move the implementation to 5.4 later, when I have time.
Ooh, 5.5, that sounds good. All right, so he's copied some configs. Got it. Wait, rule requires push to talk.
To do this, we will need to add the VoIP talker component to our character and enable its replication. By the way, you can also find all the available VoIP talker functionality in blueprints by writing voice. Now let's move on to implementation.
Blueprints.
To do this, we need to create a multicast voice initialization event, which we will then use when the player enters the game. In the initialization, we remove all remote talkers, register our player with the player state for VoIP, and set the necessary settings. With this logic, we can achieve the correct operation of VoIP. Now, since we are using a combined implementation method that includes more than just positional voice chat, we will need to create an enumeration and then rep notify a variable with the voice mode. In rep notify, we will specify the settings for each mode, and during initialization, we will also specify them. Let's not forget to add attenuation for positional mode.
Oh, I'm totally going to forget.
Now we move on to adding the radio mode. For the radio, we need to make sure that we have the plugins enabled: sound utilities, synthesis, and DSP effects. Unreal Engine 4 has another plugin, TimeSynth, which is not available in Unreal Engine 5, but requires enabling for Unreal Engine 4. After that, we will create a source effect preset chain, into which we will add our radio effect, and then we will create a source effect preset, filter preset, with these settings for the radio. You can experiment with the settings. I took them from one video. Now let's move on to the key designations. On V, we will have positional chat, and on R, radio mode. Now let's move on to fixing the crash during seamless server travel. To do this, we will need to use this solution, which the person on the server indicated. Let's create a client RPC that will, depending on the conditions, turn off the voice chat, and then clear the voice packets. By the way, such functions where remote is indicated, for example, remove all remote talkers, mute remote talker for their operation, another computer is required, since it will not be possible to test these functions on one. Now we need to create a blueprint library of functions for one function to clean up voice packets. To be honest, I don't have a good knowledge of C++ and the engine's reflection system, so we just rewrite the code and sometimes regenerate VS files again and again to index new changes.
Excuse me. Okay.
Now let's move on to creating logic in the player controller. The following logic is muting the sound class for a couple of seconds, and then unmuting. This is necessary in order to avoid the sound of clicks for the player entering the game. This logic will be used for the player controller entering the game. And now regarding the solution to the problem with a quiet voice chat. There are many commands that help increase the volume of the voice chat. I use only this one. On the forum, someone liked the combination of the following commands that you see on the screen. By the way, a hint to make it easier for you to test changing audio voice parameters. Once you are done implementing all the logic, you can use the oss.voiceloopback command with a value of 0 to disable and 1 to enable the command. This command will allow you to listen to yourself and the applied audio voice settings for the voice. So you will be able to test without packaging the game in play and editor mode. Here in the screenshot, you can see an example of using this command. Important note, for VoIP, it is important that you use session system and any online subsystem. Of course, maybe not any online subsystem because EOS may have a different voice implementation, but I have not tested this. So, as you've realized, the factors I have listed are the criteria for VoIP to work. That is, you will need to create a session to test the applied audio voice settings.
A session.
Also, the description.
Okay, we already do that. Session subsystem. Okay.
You need to create a session to test the applied audio voice settings. Also, the description of each command and more you can see in the voice config CPP file. So, as you understand, the player control class will be used for audio voice settings, and you can put different commands there, as you saw on the screen. Voice chat mute, and for the voice chat, unmute. Sample rate, and this will be a good solution. However, there is another solution, which involves changing a couple of lines in the project configs. I will not do this, as it can lead to undefined consequences. I will not do this, as it...
Yeah, I don't want to change these either. So changing the client rate, internet client rate, that will affect not only the voice chat, but the game itself. And I don't know, I am very reluctant to want to change these values. Really, when you have a lot of traffic going through, you're better off trying to cut the traffic back than you are trying to widen the pipe, as it were.
As it can lead to undefined consequences. I also want to say that some complained about poor sound quality when using Steam sockets. Perhaps disabling Steam sockets can improve the sound quality, but I have not checked this. I also want to say that the main...
All right, so we do use Steam sockets. So this is going to be really tricky. I'm glad you addressed that. Let's do chat over Steam sockets. Actually, you know what? Unreal Engine, Steam, voice chat. Okay. So the other approach is to use Steam's API to do the voice chat. And I think that's what this guy does. I'm going to bookmark this one. And both these links I need to bookmark in my issue navigator. My hot take is to use the Steam API, just the hot take. Oh, he's not sending it to other players, but still, it's some good, nice code in there. All right, let's look at that thread here. What, no replies? Wow. Yeah, we gotta use Steam sockets. Yeah, it's gotta go through Steam sockets. If the quality's bad, maybe I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And I really don't want to say that it's bad until I hear it myself, honestly. I know it will be a bit of work to get this integration in, but and I'm looking, I guess they use replication. I wonder if they use replication to get the voiceover.
Sound setting occurs in the player controller class, in the client RPC, so if you need it, you can use it for other voice commands. By the way, there's also a problem with stuttering, voice interruptions, etc., which makes using voice chat impossible. It is possible that the previous solution, which I showed a little earlier with changing a couple of lines in the configs, solves this problem. However, there is also this solution, which you see on the screen. By the way, I want to warn you that if everything works fine for you, there are no problems, stutters, interruptions in the voice chat, then you do not need to use this.
Lowering server tick rate, raising server bandwidth limits. Now again,
Solutions for fixing lags, stutters.
We'll see how it is without changing any limits, without changing any INI settings first. And if it's bad, then we'll play with it.
Of the video, and maybe somewhere else, for example, in Discord or on GitHub. In the timer, You can specify any time. For example, I wrote 3 seconds.
Okay.
Now, after we have created the important events for us, close voice line.
Seamless trailer for voice
and then
chat.
transition to a new
Huh.
scene. Let's go back a little and remember.
Nah, I don't want you to do that. Packaging. I wonder what special packaging
Let's
we...
hack our game. Video for shipping build for Steam, you can find on my channel. So I will say a few words in conclusion before testing. We implemented voice chat in a combined method, where there is both positional and global radio chat. I want to say that it was not that difficult, but I did a lot of testing of different implementations, and eventually came to what we have now implemented. I think that using VoIP Talker to implement voice chat is a good solution for small games, cooperative games with 4 players or something like that. I think you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I would recommend using another solution to implement voice chat, like Vivox or something else. Eventually came to what we have now implemented. I think that using VoIP Talker to implement voice chat is a good solution for small games, cooperative games with 4 players or something like that. I think you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I would recommend using another solution to implement voice chat, like Vivox or something else, if you need advanced functionality and don't want to spend a lot of time with VoIP Talker. However, if you have a good knowledge of C++,
What about...
you can write your own version of VoIP Talker to fix existing problems.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. What's Vivox? Steam uses Vivox. Crashing servers. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mega Kitty here. No, don't. Okay, don't leave. Don't leave, Mega Kitty. We got Mega Kitty. This is the Mega Kitty experience. What is it, Missy? What is it, Missy? All right, back to work. I was looking at Vivox. I don't think I want to use that right now. Voice IP outages. We're going to try the, this voice over IP solution first. And yeah, I can't be afraid to fail on this. I mean, you could spend your time just kind of wringing your hands over whether you should try this or that. Just try it. Just try something. But I think this is would be seriously worth the effort if we can get voice over IP working in this game. So we got 2 leads here. I think the video one's probably going to be the way to go. All right, so close that. I really want to know how the UI just flat out disappears. I want to take a quick look at one of the videos that they sent me in the playtest and see if I can see any such evidence. Yeah, look at that. There's no UI there. Oh, wait. Maybe that's the countdown. Oh, yeah, there's a countdown. Oh, maybe because they're stuck in the countdown. And crash. Okay. Look at this 6. Whoa! What happened here? Wow, that looks awful. Where did the level go? Wish I knew the latency. Yeah, his UI's not there. Let me back up a sec here. Oh, that's a long loading time. Yeah, there's no UI. Let's wait until this goal is finished. I wonder, maybe I shouldn't be waiting for the next goal, or I should have a timeout saying, score a goal in 20 seconds of joining the match. If nobody scores, then just drop the player in somehow. I'll have to think on that, because I think it wouldn't be fair to the other team, though. It's because they'd lose a player right away. And if they don't lose a player, then the other team will have 6 on the team, unless I have an AI just run off the field, which would be kind of neat. I'll think on that. Reducing the time. Yeah, let me do that before I forget. Well, we can't have a human player. I don't know. Just investigation task. Okay, he scored. Let's go. Okay, now I see it. But yeah, it's at the bottom of the screen. Oh. Oh, I wonder if the anchors are off. Let me check. I wonder if I'm anchoring it on using the wrong anchor for the player hero placement. Yeah, and this looks off center. I gotta try different screen resolutions. That's what I need to do. I wish I knew what this resolution was. Maybe their log file has it. All right, so let me look at. The anchor's right. Lower left. Yeah, I need to go through the log files and look at the resolutions that they're playing in. That might give me some clues. Oh yeah, and then it's flat out gone here. See if I can. Oh, okay. Okay, because he's late joining again. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew if it was his recording or if it's his actual screen, because that would tell me a lot. Actually, what resolution is that video anyway? 19. That's a 1920 by 1080. That's a perfectly good resolution. Oof. I wish I knew what was going on. But I should test in different resolutions, though, to be safe. Okay. What are the crashes did I need to look at? Oh yeah, I want to have a little... I'm going to do a quick match. And I'm going to do it under bad network conditions. That might be the last thing I do tonight. I don't know yet. Now we're going to go to... let's see. Network emulation. Let's do everyone. Custom bad. 100. Oh, that's not bad. That's... But packet loss percentage, that can be helpful. But no, I'm thinking international, like maybe 300 latency, 400 even. All right, let's see how it looks under bad. Whoa, oh, oof. Okay, a little teleporting there. Okay, now the some of the jitter is actually because of loading. Whoa. Jeez. Oh wow. This is 5% packet loss, by the way. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, I can't play. This is just... okay. Whoa! Okay, that was packet loss percentage 5, 100 to 200 latency. I think I want to approach this with latency first. What if there's no packet loss? Let's try that. Oh, don't go anywhere, Missy. Whoa. Oh, the server already started without me. Wait a minute, it's not supposed to start without me. All the players haven't registered yet. Oh, well that's one of the problems then. The server is, let me look at the server state machine real quick. So we start waiting for players. Oh, there's a missing return here. That's one problem. Yeah, that was a problem. That's the bug. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, let's just try that again. Wait a minute, what happened? I think it happened again. Game state's valid now. Oh, because none of the players are in yet. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, so there's two bugs. How do we know that there are players connected? Maybe I'm iterating wrong. Maybe I need to be iterating on player controllers. Actually, we just need to do this. Oh, Lean Soup. Hello there. You have dedicated server for your game or P2P? So right now I'm using listen servers, meaning a player hosts the server. But I will be providing support for dedicated servers in the future. So eventually players will be able to host their own dedicated servers if they wish. But until then, players do host their own servers, and they play on them, and they play with other players on them. Nice. Lean Soup, I see. Thanks for the reply. Anytime. Okay. Okay, I think this should do it. Okay. Wait, do I still have my music on? Oh, good. Oh, match player controller. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to tell everyone. Starting tomorrow is the wishlist marketing campaign. I've commissioned a studio to hang on one sec. Another studio to do a push on social media to make the visibility of the game and the fact that it's wishlistable more public than it is, because I just don't have the time for it or the talent for it, but I'm going to learn a lot from them. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. Starting tomorrow, start showing up on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and a bunch of other ones whose names I forget offhand. So that's going to be exciting. So yeah, on top of the all the development and bug fixing I'm doing here, now I'm going to have to I like to stream a little bit more during that process. So maybe I'll be streaming most nights this week. Usually I only stream on Mondays, but I'll probably be streaming more often, maybe saying hello to people more, kind of getting some interest in the game. Lean Soup, how it works out, you full-time sole developing even the assets. So I'm actually a full-time well, I'm a full-time developer, but not on this project. This project I worked on for 3.5 years in my spare time after work. So it's in about nights and weekends pretty much. The artwork was all done by a co-dev called Meta 3D Studios. They did all the artwork, and so they've been super helpful. And I do everything else though. Well, so Novi PR was going to do the press blast, but I kind of do everything else that is needed. The development, paying the bills, design, and all that stuff. Internal testing. I guess I'm my own QA for internal. Let's see, PC. So, but yeah, for a game like this, I'd be crazy to not get a lot more testing done. So, yeah, actually, I'm outsourcing the testing, like the mainstream testing, the art, and the marketing, for most part, anyways. So I try to do what I can when I try to pitch in and do what I can during the stuff happening. And I hope to have this game out early next year. It's my goal, in early access. So we just had a big play test this past weekend with 9 people, gave lots of feedback. So I'm on a kind of a bug hunting binge right now, mainly with networking problems. So I want to go after those first, and I want to schedule another play test in a couple weeks or maybe a little later, maybe in a month, and with all these bug fixes in place, and see how the next batch of testers do. Okay, this looks about right to me. So yeah, I worked 9 to 5 today, and then I had some dinner, and then I went to streaming. I've been streaming for approaching 3 hours. So I'm not running on fumes yet, but I'm starting to feel it. PC, match PC, get player states. Yes, your 9 to 5 is developing. Yes, I work full time for a co-dev called Certain Affinity. We work for other studios, making anything from gameplay code to art to audio, lots of stuff. We do a lot of stuff, design, basically full stack. I think, if I understand the word right. Let's see, get player state. And I've worked on, in Certain Affinity, worked on a lot of titles. Halo, Doom, I think Doom 2016, I think. I forget which Doom. And we've worked on a bunch of other titles as well. Just the names escape me. Yes, we kind of help it. Yeah, so imagine Disney wants to make a new Peter Pan game. So what Disney will do, I mean, they can have their own internal developers, sure, but what they'll probably do is look for co-devs to do the work, because the co-devs are better, or I don't know, they're better, or they're more cost-effective, or whatnot, or they don't really have the in-house talent to do it, so they'll commission co-devs to do various things. So they'll get one studio and say, I want you guys to make levels 1 and 2. Go to another studio, I want you guys to do the voiceovers. Go to another studio, I want you guys to do the music, that kind of thing. So just kind of that kind of thing. So yeah, co-devs are there's a lot of them out there, and plus they all have varied stories. I mean, people working in the game industry, they could spend part of their time in a big studio like Disney. They could spend part of their time as a co-dev. They can maybe do a spin-off and make their own studio. It's happened before. But I really like where I work. People are great, and there's no shortage of stuff to do. Let's see, good. Game state, good. Lean Soup. Sorry if I ask you too much. You should probably focus, haha. But I have one more question. Do you guys want to do Unreal Engine or like any even custom engines? So I'm glad you're asking questions. Yeah, part of the stream is really to engage with the audience and show off what I'm doing. But and I would rather do a stream just talking to people than I would just heads down development for an hour. But to answer your question, we do Unreal Engine. But if other engines are involved, we will learn them quickly. We'll assess the engine and we'll say, well, what kind of an engine is this? Is this a custom engine? Is it a Unity? Is it Godot? Is it whatever? And depending on the answer, we'll decide if it's going to be a good ROI for us, because we don't want to, take 3 months learning something and then doing only a little bit of work in it. We really want to earn our what they pay. So we'll learn it if we have to, but we also want to be cognizant of what we deliver. We certainly don't want to overpromise. That's for sure. Let's see. Oh, no player controllers. Huh. There's no player controllers in here. That's not what I expected. I thought there would at least be one player controller because I'm connected to the server. So, all right, maybe I need to rethink. Oh, don't go away, Missy. We all want you here, Missy. It's my cat. I think she's going to leave. Well, let's give her one more spotlight before, just in case she does. She's 12 years old. I call her Mega Kitty because she still acts like she's 5 years old or 2 years old sometimes. She gets the what do you call it, when she runs at random, the zoomies. She still gets the zoomies. She still likes to troll me. She likes to run around and make me chase her. So she's happy. I don't know how she gets the zoomies still. Yep, she is healthy. The only time I ever had to take her to a vet for reasons not being a checkup is when I woke up in the morning and she was walking around with a terrible limp. But she got better. I guess she had a fall or something. But she was fine after about a week, or give or take a day. Yeah, she likes to stare. So here I'm trying to fix a bug where the server will start a match before the player chooses their character. Yeah, like she had a sprain, I think, but she's better now. So anyway, the bug, yeah. So the server's trying to start a match before the players sign in, but I'm connected to the server, but it doesn't seem to think I'm connected. So I want to revisit a basic assumption I have about. Okay, here's my bug list, at least part of it. These are all the bugs I entered since the playtest. So there's a lot to look at. Unreal Engine. Get list of connected players. Yeah, I iterated through. I did both of these, and there are still players not showing up. Maybe I need to embrace that. So let me roll back all my changes here and say, look, if there are no players, then don't start the match. If there are no human players, don't start a match. All right, so we're missing a return here. That's the bug. Um, we'll say game state. Okay. If game state player array is empty, then don't go into the match. Let's see if that works. Yeah, so I've been doing this in my spare time, especially such an ambitious game, is kind of big. But I've been doing software development either at a hobbyist or a professional capacity for over 30 years. And so, yeah, actually closer to 40-ish. But so I have enough experience to try to trick myself into thinking I can do a great make this game. I'm just kidding. No, I have enough experience where generally if something doesn't work, I know some of the possible reasons why. I've had experience with designing and big things, small things, debugging, things like that. So I think I can pull it off. Okay, there's the game state. Transition. Lean Soup. I'm doing C++ on Unreal Engine for 2 years trying to make a game. It's hard to wish I had 30 years experience. Well, it takes time to get there. Feeling better that you're having a hard time. Well, I'll tell you, people who've been doing this their whole life, they can still make mistakes sometimes. I know really, really sharp developers at work who never do, at least not into production. But yeah, from time to time I still make rookie mistakes, or I get decision paralysis because I know 5 different ways to fix something and I just can't decide on one. Or again, rookie mistakes. Not testing something for null, not thinking 3 steps ahead, things like that. So yeah, I make a lot of mistakes, but they all make me a little better each time. Okay, so now there's no players. Here we go. Okay, that looks like it's working now. So now we have players. I have 1. Okay, so I'm not ready to spawn, so it's not going to spawn yet. Okay. Now, that being said, right now, the match state machine does not won't work for dedicated servers. Well, actually, yeah, it will. If I load a map in dedicated server, it should hang on no players in the match until someone shows up. So yeah, this actually should work. All right, so let's bring him out. Why is this dark? Oh yeah, so this screen is dark because it's loading all the assets. Also, if you have any real questions, I can try to answer them. One of the things I like to do on my stream is try to help other developers. Problem is, a lot of them use Godot, and I've never used Godot before. But others use Unity, and I haven't used Unity in a while, but I do know it. Okay, so that's better. Oof, look at that lag. So I'm playing this game under laggy conditions. Let's see, on purpose. Where is the custom? Oh wow! Even with no packet loss, that's terrible. Average. Bad custom. Let's disable network emulation and do that again. Hey, Soup, I was for sure ha, but right now I have no question in my head. Now you will. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm going to make it so the heroes run out from doors onto the field. But that's a low priority thing right now. Okay. Oof. Got me good. So this is simulating a network game with pretty low latency. So there's still going to be a few hitches here and there. And I got to try and find ways to improve that. Yeah, like the ball was in the air right there. That was weird. Yeah, what was that? That was... So, yep, got a lot of work to do. And yeah, this because the network game is so demanding on responsiveness, it's really going to be a challenge as opposed to, say, making a walking simulator, multiplayer, or chess game where it doesn't really require this much traffic going through in such a short time for so much responsiveness. But yeah, it is. So I want to make this look spectacular, and I'm gonna get to making it better on the networking. But first, I want to fix a couple of bugs, and then I'll focus on this. Okay, but yeah, that looks like a bug fix right there. So let me commit that to source control. Latency would be like football or soccer. Well, funny thing, this game, I came up with it a decade ago when I wanted to learn how to do AI in Unreal. And it, let's see if I still have it. Oh, I don't think I have it. Oh, here we go. Let me show you how it looked. Oh, Missy, that is... Oh, she's being so cute right now. What is it, Missy? So let me show you what so I threw together as I was learning Unreal Engine this concept. I just used all Epic Arts. I downloaded some assets. This isn't even network. This is just single player. And I learned how the AI basically works. And this was 2014. And this was actually kind of inspired from, of all things, there's this game on Steam called Altitude. And it is a 2D dogfighting game. But they have a soccer mode. And at the LAN party I used to go to in Florida, Altitude was one of the, even though it was one of those popular games at the LAN party, even though everyone in the room were big first-person shooter, serious players, always Battlefield, Call of Duty, all the time. I mean, very serious games, very strategic games. But when someone fired up Altitude, we all poured in, and we had a time of our lives. We were having so much fun with the dogfighting soccer. It was one of the only games, maybe one out of three games the most, where we would be shouting at top of our lungs when someone scored a goal or someone made an incredible save or a pass, and we would just go wild. And that's the experience I want to have players to have for this game. And judging by the playtest feedback, I think that might be a reality with a lot more polish. But I'm focused on Windows right now. This would be a great console game, but first things first, I want to make this work as a network game in Windows. Once that works well, I'll have dedicated server support. Once that works well, I like to do Linux support, because Linux dedicated servers are great. And then once that's working, maybe Mac. I haven't decided yet. And then maybe look at console, which is, the thing is, I rely heavily on Steam's networking, Steam stats, Steam leaderboards, Steam achievements. So using any non-Steam platform is going to be a big decision. This would be a really fun Switch game, but console's just not on my mind at the moment. But I really think this is, if ever there were a console game, I think this game would be a great console game. So, but in due time. First things first, fix the bugs. So, let's see, no transition. Good, I like simple fixes. Fix bug where dedicated servers would start matches prematurely. Good, so I knocked out like 3 bugs tonight, I think. Was it 3 or 4? No, 4 bugs tonight. Awesome. So I'm going to talk to my artist about the some artifacting here. This doesn't look good. We're gonna have him fix that. Maybe the material is wrong. Maybe there's an alpha channel here that we're not using. Maybe it's using What was I thinking? Masking instead of opacity. Or, yeah, maybe that's it. So there's that. And the other field change we had, high bridge. It's a bit shiny and a bit photorealistic, I think. And these edges are pretty hard here. And they really deviate from the floor color. So, and the lines aren't consistent. Like, kind of see how they just kind of do that. That should be. I would rather the field line just end here than do this. But maybe my artist can talk me out of that. So I got to get with them maybe later tonight and talked about that. So yeah, so what I got going on in the fire right now, going through playtest feedback. Lean Soup, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep. So yeah, playtest feedback. I've already compiled items out of them, but I want to keep going through it. I want to go back and reread some of it too. And kind of let it stew in my mind for a bit. An AI generated summary, and some of the scores here. Did you like it? Would you recommend this game, and so on? See, the overall experience is kind of across the board, but a lot of players were really engaged. There's not a single person was not much engaged at all. That's a very good sign. So I'm going to kind of stew on that a bit more and think about gameplay balance, think about some of the feedback, things like this. And I want to clean up my items a bit. So right now it's just this big flat list of items. I want to start grouping these together into epics. Like I have an epic for Steam Deck support. That would include gamepad support and things I need to do to the touchscreen. Missy, get your foot off the camera. You're being so cute on the camera today. Usually she'll go whole shows without showing up. So I don't know why she's hanging around, but I'm happy for that. So yeah, gotta go through this stuff. So that's one iron in the fire. Another is the marketing blitz that begins tomorrow. So I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow, likely. And a third iron in the fire. I'm making. So the artist gave me this art back. I got to give him some feedback on it. Yet another iron in the fire is the new main menu background. I'm posing some art for that. So this is the posed art for the new front main menu background. So what my artist is going to do is take these individual heroes out of the scene, stylize them, grab the background and fade it, and then have the background faded, I should say blurred, and then kind of put them together. And then we'll have our new background. I'm thinking about keeping the tree here. I haven't decided yet. Missy. Because it may help accent the menu on the left side. So that's in the fire too. So yeah, lots going on right now. That and the streaming. So and I saw this coming, for months ahead. So it's not like a big shock or anything. This is just ebb and flow. The project's getting along. It's been 3.5 years of free time. Bye, Missy. Goodbye. And that's it for Mega Kitty. Yep, photos, Missy. And just your reminder, the official soda of the stream is Coca-Cola. And look just how excited Missy is when she sees a bottle. So this is, again, the official drink of the Gaming On stream. She approves 100%. So, Yep, those are all I got in the fire. Again, encouraging everyone to wishlist the game if you haven't already. So if you want to, just visit the Steam page, check out the announced trailer, give it a wish list, and support the project. I hope to get more wish lists in the coming 6 weeks over the campaign, if all goes well. And that'll be that. So let me check the time here, because now it's almost 10 o'clock local time in the evening. And I should probably, after 8 hours of work and how many hours of streaming? Over 3 hours of streaming. I think it's probably time to start relaxing and finding someone to raid us off to. Yeah, because one thing, even as exciting as this all is, you don't want to give up sleep if you can help it. You gotta rest. Rest is part of the process. Make sure you rest. Make sure you sleep. I know some nights will be super exciting because you got incredible ideas. You want to implement them and stay up late. Go for it. Just don't do it every night. Lean Soup, was nice to see your game. Yes, resting is important. Wow, we got a lot of good ones out streaming right now. Man, it's a tough call. I'm gonna say, let's see, what's he working on? Oh, he's signing off. I think he just raided. Yep, he literally just raided, so I dodged a bullet there. Let's do... Well then, we're going to do Hypnotic Games. They're working on a Godot project, which looks like a lot of fun. And I think I'll just, and rather than trying to explain it, I think I'll just let you see it yourself, have them show you. So, yeah, Lean Soup, hope you have a good night, brother. Hey, same to you. Hope have a good, relaxing night. And I hope in the coming months I will maybe get you in a playtest, or get you a copy when it is ready. So, with that, thanks everyone so much for hanging out tonight. Gonna kick off this raid. And I might be back online tomorrow night, just based on the marketing campaign. We'll see what happens. If not, then maybe Wednesday. So, until then, I will catch you all later.